on square, UK with it. You know what I'm saying? How you feel like though? You know what I feel like? Feel good, London stuff, is it? DJ I want. Trust me.
WYFL Rhythm.
Dummy on the beat, so it's a banger.
The WYFL Rhythm. This is how we're starting today's episode or show. Whatever you want to call it. Well, we're here. I go by the name Tuli Tools, your girlfriend's favorite DJ, and broadcasting live from the city of Gold, Johannesburg. Yo, guess who's joining us today? In the middle of it all, he decided to join us all the way in Bahrain. Tell them who you are.
Yeah, what that there. Big bad producer there. Read him done. Seen. Long time we not talk to people, but we there, sir. You know, after survival and continued survival, thought it'd be good to just grace my people. You know what I mean? So it's good to be here. Yeah, man.
Give thanks. Away, and all the way in the UK. Tell them who you is.
You know, said the voice of LNT sound. Yours truly, Richie, the Gully Prince. We're not long talking today.
Yes, no long talking. So, the first thing that we're going to talk about is something that has taken the dancehall scene by storm. I mean, if you into dancehall, you should have heard that rhythm right there. That's from DJ Mac and Crash Dummy, right? It's called the WYFL Rhythm. I think it came out late last year. It just exploded. It just exploded. It's one of the biggest rhythms right now. I've never seen anything like this. Guys, any comments before you tell us who your favorite WFL artist is? This rhythm right now. What are your comments?
For me, it's one of the baddest rhythms, and it also became one of the rhythms that I really ended up not liking, because any link or any post that you're tagged in is that rhythm, you know. It's the baddest rhythm, but now it's too much, you know.
Father, the rhythm did no wrong. The rhythm did no wrong. The rhythm did no wrong. It's the quality of the product. That's the issue. The rhythm did not do any wrong.
The rhythm went from the Caribbean, it went to Europe, it went to Africa, America, Canada, global. You told me. It's
global. Yeah, man.
But what made it go global? Why? Okay, it's a big rhythm, right? But what happened? Because I saw an interview where DJ Mac was talking about how he woke up and Buju Banton had done, there's a video of Buju Banton there on his rhythm. He wakes up the next day, yeah. Anthony B is there, But these are people that he did not approach him. He just saw it in the morning and was playing, and then only later then approached and said, let's record this properly, such an impact from the young stars to the older generation. How does that happen?
I think they got a number of things right, eh? Yeah, this is history, right? In that there was that nostalgic. There's the nostalgia in that we had been missing something that could be seen as attached to or linked to the old school dancehall. Because there's old school aspects, but it also modern. You know what I mean? So it's like it bridged the gap. So it filled the gap in that there was something missing. That's one. Two, I think the packaging of that rhythm and the timing. Then it was also first released towards the end of 2025. That also helped it. And I think the track that made it really go big, it was Skipper's track, if I'm not mistaken. That's the one that blew. Then everyone was like, yo, what's up with this rhythm? Then you started getting more people. So that strategy also worked in just how it was made. It just works, man. It just works.
So I saw a post, someone compared it to Diwali rhythm. Larry, don't kill me. I saw it on a post. Larry,
no,
I know Diwali is one of your favorites.
No, I know. No, I won't kill you, because I was even trying to check which rhythm has done this damage to the music industry. You know, the Diwali was the first to do that. You know, and
No,
this
there's
one
no-
comes in and then this one comes in and you know. So
Yeah.
And I think it came at such a good time because you know
Very
Vibe
good time.
Guitar, and then we saw the rise of dancehall, and then now this is like a global impact dancehall, but like
Yeah. There are a lot of coincidences that work for it. And also, like, we've been battered. It's like almost 10 years of dancehall trap rhythms, right? And this was just like a refreshing. It's either you're getting a reggae rhythm or it's a dancehall trap. You know what I mean? So this
Yeah.
was just refreshing. Yeah. It was just refreshing.
and then there was the storybook rhythm by Russian that came out last year.
So top.
That was top, but now this one kind of blew that.
Yeah, no,
like,
this is
away.
this is legendary, and also the fact that they let a lot of people get on it. You know what I mean? I think it like it had been a while since like a top charting rhythm people had access to the version. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It had been
Yeah.
a while, and the fact that they let that happen now, you're seeing, there's some Spanish artists. You know, there are people in the Caribbean. I think they speak Spanish, and they flow so fast. Or in French, they were some of the flows. I was seeing them on TikTok, guys. It's mad.
yeah, but you got
It's
Zim, you got South Africa, you got
what even the English
Africa, you got
people
Ghana.
Did anyone from South Africa get on it? Who got on it that we know?
there,
Oh, there's a
Poswa.
couple of people. I know Musical Dynasty hopped on. I know Governor hopped on. Who else?
Poswa. I'm not sure.
I
but
know-
Poswa. He did it as well.
I would have loved the Pepsin track.
A Pepsin on the WYFL.
Yeah, I would have loved the Pepsin track. I think it's
It's okay. You can talk to him now if he's watching. Tell him. Are you sending him a message there? But yeah. So currently, who's your favorite? Do you guys have favorites? Larry.
It's for me, trust me. A boxer rubber. She no want no roses. A boxer rubber. That's what she wants. You know,
That's
she want to
Anthony
be the
B.
Rasta man. Yes, Anthony be straight to the top with no apology.
That's like an old school legendary artist on a new school beat.
he took
with-
that rhythm and personalized it, bro.
That's so dope. And the thing about the rhythms, from what DJ Mac was saying, is that like, so if you end up recording with him, he actually kind of like personalizes a rhythm. So it'll have the element, but there'll be a bit of a twist to each artist's one, if that makes sense. So this is Anthony B.
Yeah.
YFL.
Got me on the beat, so it's a
The
bang.
girl say, box her rubber, she no want no flowers. She want fill up the Rasta powers. Wash it up, send it to Dr. Howard. She still want be one of the Rasta lovers. Box her rubber, she no want no flowers. She want fill up the Rasta powers. Wash it up, send it to Dr. Howard. She still want be one of the Rasta lovers.
Hey,
You remember this girl from Kingston?
Kingston.
She just call me, say she want the Kingston. Me drink some roots, me never drink rum.
Drink rum.
Me tell her the kitty she fi bring come.
Oi!
She a request the work more income. And she don't get test no symptom. Have me white but she still a get
pull
income.
it, DJ. Pull it. Come on.
Some years back, two skip to them time that she know we're locked.
Listen, lyrics.
Over the gearbox, have it 2 foot on the dashboard in her earmarks. Slam the chick one like she get beer back. Squeeze her throat, now she want get the beer back. Pop down, we no play that. So when you see the Rasta man, you better wear black.
Ah, DJ, yo.
What does that
yo.
mean as a producer? You wake up and you just see such a video with your beat on it. I mean,
Yeah, it's
Yo,
it's,
yeah,
it's
no.
Imagine it's Valentine's Day. You wake up and artist telling the lady like she doesn't want no roses. The lady tell the man, I don't want no roses. I don't want no perfume. I don't want no chocolates.
she wants a box.
I just want a box of rubber.
Kelvin, what's your track on the WYFL?
Well, here's the thing, right? Larry took, I do believe, what's his name? Anthony B.
Anthony
He took
B.
it
Killed it.
and Larry. But my second track, right, and which was a surprise, because for me this guy beat many international and well-experienced voices. It's Jamaster from Zimbabwe. Yeah, man, Jamaster took it for me.
Let me on the beat, so it's a banger.
And Rudy, Jamaster Pandi. On the station, blood clot. Keep your mouth shut and stop plot. Man a blood clot. Never know this I have a contact. In the combat. Fire. Me head hard. Speak one beat in the cold hard. Hard. Somebody can know what's it about any people who pang up at home, no tanga never punza.
Tanga kumpunza.
This here the molto combat this. Skelter! When I shoot and miss.
Don't miss.
This is when I link and mix. Security! You can take some pics. Me discipline got plenty my chicks. Don't zero in me put price on the list. Them dead.
Ay.
Them dead.
Them dead.
Watch me, I used to be. Somebody can
Tanga kumpunza. Donza. For me, he did well.
I would like to hear Windsor on this.
You know that like what Jamaza came in. He came in with a Master H Windsor type of touch on that one. Mad.
Yeah, he did. I heard a bit of Windsor there. That's why I'm like, I want to hear Windsor now. So, my favorite. By the way, drop us a comment. Let us know who your favorite on the WYFL rhythm is. Mine has to go to Movado, man. Top Chatter is back.
Hey!
Let me on the beat, so it's a banger.
If you fling shot in her face, man, ever ready, man, ever ready. Enemies who me war with, dead already, then dead already. Walk out to the stick, man, bad and bumbo clat rich. Uptown couple rifle, a lift and the killers now have no life for shit. Pre this, could have fear from Egypt. The pussy them all kneel it. Mount a bat where we have funny rifle a lift, man, I try really. What's the big gun again and anything that's them life it I go AM. Links pop off the fuck we can't mend them fear me no fuck I coulda walk today. Top killer we no do talk it out. Tell a pussy where you act out a cloud. Take a shotgun chop off your mouth. Cloud face me shut out. Walk out to the stick, man, bad and bumbo clat rich. Uptown couple rifle, a lift and the killers now have no license fees. Pre this, could have fear from Egypt. The pussy them all kneel it. Mount a bat where we have funny rifle, a lift, man, I try really. From me land back, I had the pussy them a throw shit. Party fit packer than a crusade. Them a living a me style, a time for them fade. Watch.
Yeah, man, we missed Movado, but he's back. So DJ Mac wants to do a WYFL Rhythm 2, The Pressure. Wow. What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Bad idea.
Nah, for
Why
me,
do you think it's a bad idea?
You see, this thing of making, like, let's call it your first rhythm, or like then it's a hit. You'll never get it again.
No, but it's not. It's not his first hit though. I think he also did Drift, if I'm not mistaken. So he's been, he's got hits. He's still fresh in the game, and he wants to do another one that might potentially.
Look, it's good for making money. Making money, but I think musically, it's not gonna musically. Whatever the second one is already lost the element of surprise that this one had.
No, but now he's a producer. You know what I mean? What else can he do? But he's a producer. What else can he do? But produce new music from here.
Better give a.
I guess.
It's just that.
I guess, but
you guys shouldn't.
He must just give us a different rhythm.
Yeah, like
one.
different
Yeah.
concept. Like now, just continue. Go
And
on
then-
with
and
your
then
life,
we
like,
see.
oh, yes.
And
Just-
then we see his
so for me-
ability from there.
For me, calling it even WYFL, you're already messing up.
Okay.
Like, give
So
us
that's
a
rule number
reggae
one.
one, something different. Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Moving on to the next topic. Or anything else regarding the WYFL? If
Because,
you
I just
do-
want to add on. I just
Yeah.
want to add on something. And the reason why I don't think it's a good idea, right? The way this WYFL rhythm is so simple, and I think the word is it's minimalistic, right? On another day, this
Yeah.
rhythm wouldn't have gone anyway. It's just that there was a lot of conducive things that converged at the right place and right time, right?
Old school bringing new school bringing old.
Yeah, but that's already been done. But yeah.
Yeah, like for it to blow up, it and for so many artists to hop on it, it wasn't meant to happen. It just happened. So the next
Yes.
one might not just happen like that, even though it might even sound better. But yeah, you know how it is.
Yeah, that's my view.
The
Yeah,
algorithm.
so you must just give us a different rhythm, a different concept. Not give us a 2.0 of the same rhythm.
Jeez. Okay, next topic. Still, since, talking about the legendary and the new. So Bax dropped a question asking if, how the WFL, we've got the new artists, we've got the legendary artists. But now, if you make it like a bigger thing, like if you just had to bring any legendary artist and any new artist and get them to collaborate and do a track, dead or alive. So just the old and the new, and you bring them. Are you thinking about it? Does it have to be reggae
for me, there's
or
no
dancehall?
need to think. For me, there's
Who?
no need to think, guys. For me.
Who are you bringing?
For me, I'm bringing Nesta. Robert Nesta. You need to be creative and pick your own. You need to be creative. You see what Larry did with Anthony B. Be creative and pick your own. I'm bringing the real Dan Gagan, Robert Nesta Mali, yeah man, and having him pana Dan Kalyani rhythm. Ooh, yeah man, that is my own. Yeah, I would love to get Bob Marley to come
Okay.
again and on a Dan Kalyani rhythm. And also like who would feature Bob Marley and feature his son,
His
Damian,
sons.
but no, just one, not Damian but Stephen Marley, Bob Marley
Stephen.
and Stephen Marley, pana Dan Kalyan rhythm. Actually, you know what?
Not with Kimani. Not with Kimani.
Kimani is good, but I don't know. There's something about Stephen, bro.
But they're all good.
For me,
and
there's
a
something-
Damian Mali would
Yeah.
be. Is that
Like,
you
I don't know,
entering
for me,
prompts into your AI?
I'm already writing it down. I want to try an AI of Stephen Marley and Bob Marley. Watch me.
Yeah, because that's how it is nowadays. You think of it and you just enter, and there it goes.
It's
I'm trying
really
to-
hard to produce with AI coming into the fore because you have someone like Marvin. Marvin releases Amapiano tracks every day, and yet I'm
Yeah.
trying to make music, and so it's really hard. But for me, I ended up just being like, there's a reason why I started doing music, and I'm just gonna continue that way. Yeah, but it's really hard and it's tempting because it's hard. It's hard to think of stuff. It's really tough, but yeah.
Yeah, now with AI just saying, just tell us what you want and boom.
Boom.
And how
You
that's
got
going
it.
to be regulated is still, yeah. So yeah, Larry, which legendary artist are you bringing back?
I'm sorry, I'm not going to be bringing back any Jamaican artist. I'm going to be bringing back the legendary Lucky Dube. And I would
Nice.
wish
Fair.
if he was there to do a track with Crosby, aka DG Analog.
DJ Analog. Okay.
Yes.
That would be
Baloy
interesting.
And Lucky Dube. I would want to hear what comes out of that combination.
What about like him and Corbett? How do you think such a song would
Now,
go?
no, that's now.
Was that too much?
They're the same generation. I'm bringing back the old generation
Yeah.
to collaborate with the younger generation.
Yo.
I would want to hear that.
Don't know who.
I would want to hear a reggae song from the two, a real conscious song from Lucky Dube.
Yeah, I've heard some of Crosby stuff. He is a very mature.
Yeah,
voice.
Crosby, very good artist. Yeah, I don't know who I'd bring back, eh? Since we can't bring back Mr. Marley, legendary. Jeez.
Let those other ones rest in peace.
Jeez, man. So it has to be like Peter Tosh and
Peter Tosh and who?
like a Peter Tosh and like a Protege collaboration.
You know,
I just want to hear what
I also hear a culture in Lila Ike tune somehow.
Culture Lila Ike.
You know Peter Tosh version I would like the before 1981, the early Peter Tosh. Yeah, for me yeah. No, I'm just saying like when you're saying Peter Tosh and Protege, the early I think after Bob Marley died, something also. I feel like Peter Tosh also lost his mojo somehow.
So you want before then?
So I want, yes, when they were still, when they were still a competition. I think after Peter Tosh had left the Wailers, yes.
But now in terms of dancehall, so if you had to take your biggest artist right now, who's your biggest dancehall artist right now? You got Massacre, you got Alkaline, you got Vibes Cartel, you got Movado. Legends, you're looking at your Shabba Ranks. They can still be alive, right? You're looking at your Shabba Ranks, you're looking at your Yellow Man, you're looking at your Ninja Man. Lucky Dube and Bongo Riot is a good one. Gee.
Woo, bro, yeah, that'll be great. That'll be great. Bongo Riot, where's new music?
Imagine a live performance of such Lucky Dube and Bongo Riot, backed up by a band.
Man, it will be mad, sick, head not good.
That would be, no. But yeah, let us know what type, who, Gregory Isaacs and Chronics, that's a good one. Yeah, keep them coming. Legendary and new. AI, soon. Watch us drop these albums on AI.
Bob, reincarnated album, yeah man, by Suno. And
it's the word versatile. You know it's Crosby. Well, we're not afraid. Rasta have the heart of a lion, ready for the Gideon war. We're not afraid. Tell Babylon a spade is a spade with your people. We see them play games. We're not afraid. Rasta have the heart of a lion, ready for the Gideon war. We're not afraid. Tell Babylon a spade is a spade with the people. Mind them play games.
Before you say anything,
analog. Yes.
Before everyone says anything and anything else, I just want to say, big up Crosby. We've got bragging rights. We've got a doublet from that track.
LNT not afraid. Can we one day talk about the dub plates, some of the dub plates that are out there really, and what really constitute a dub plate and like a shout out? Or is it the same thing?
Yeah, we do a different show for that one, yeah.
Different show. Okay, so we've talked about running out of topics quick. We talked about the legendary versus the new legends. Which legendary artist you would pair with a modern artist, a reggae artist? Yeah. And then the next one, Larry, this one is for you.
Yeah.
What type of song would the Protege and the Peter Tosh one be? It would be a Protege song. What genre
it will be between subconscious and reggae music. I don't know if it makes sense. It won't be really deep roots. It won't be that much of a conscious track, but it will
Which
be
one
there.
is this? Sorry. Is this the Crosby and Lucky Dube one?
No, you said the Protege and what?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I see it. You know the elements of like of Prodigy's production. Like if you listen to his stuff, you know Prodigy production.
Yeah.
Or you don't.
I know.
Calvin,
I
you
listen
know
to
Prodigy production or you don't.
I used
Huh?
to, not anymore. Not anymore. I think maybe between like 2015 to like 2020, yes, I could just pick it up, but not anymore. I've lost touch with his new stuff.
Lately, it's more inclined to the Damian Marley's sound.
You think? You think he's getting
what
more
I hear.
influence from? Nah.
Because
Of
they are the
course,
producers.
there's a certain people that are just keep monopolizing the Grammys. What do you expect? Like
We're never gonna get invited to the Grammys at this stage.
bro, like even the great child of Mali is before he's even thought about in terms of creation, he already has his Grammy. Never gonna get it.
So basically,
Okay.
what's your thought about the lyrics? What would be they about? What would they sing
About that? Oh, marijuana, obviously. Peter Tosh and Prodigy, it's a marijuana tune. It's a love for marijuana tune. It has to be. And like you do in Crosby?
Equal rights and justice.
Okay, I see it. Kelvin?
Fighting for
One love.
The liberation of the children of Africa from the internal colonialism. You see, by internal colonialism, you see, the South Africans are colonized the South Africans. Oh, the Zimbabweans are colonized the Zimbabweans. See, you know, like the post colonialism. Yeah, man. Yeah, liberation from corruption, man. You know what I'm talking about, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you missed
like
it.
we thought we were free, right? like we thought we were free, right? Boom, 1980 hard, everything's
Okay, I
gonna
hear you.
change. Boom.
Yeah.
But people were like, okay, let's just continue what we were doing. We are now just diverting the proceeds to the bank account, different bank account, but otherwise continue. That's what happened, right? Exactly. So it's like, yeah.
So, Kelvin, to cut your long story short, you're talking about emancipation from mental slavery.
That's a bit of it, but it's also I don't think it's mental slavery, Larry. We are colonized by our own black on black corruption, black on black colonialism. Yeah, man. See? So the real repatriation of the means of production.
I can hear an aggressive track already.
Yeah, man, like I feel like there's a story there, bro. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay, cool. No. Jeez. Can we move on? Can we move on now, jeez, before we got super canceled?
I wish we could do a break with some music, you know. Just one or two tracks.
I know Kelvin is gonna drop the track soon. He's gonna even write the lyrics. Okay, so there's this thing, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. For something like reggae and dancehall, right? We had an era in South Africa where reggae and dancehall was big, you know, like where every Thursday night at Baseline it was packed. Every Wednesday night on YFM we knew we could listen to a reggae show where we would get the music that we would hopefully expect the next day, right? Which that kind of doesn't happen anymore because we don't have currently in Joburg, we don't have a reggae dancehall show that's big enough, that's getting the numbers that
I know
the other show used to get. Yes?
It's back now in Rivonia.
Yes. What's back?
No,
the one part is back. Yes.
Yeah, the
dancehall shows are back.
Yeah.
Those are back.
Oh, really?
Yes,
That's
great.
nice.
But now there's still, for me, I feel like there's another part that's missing. That helps.
The void of the radio.
Which is the radio, right? If you take Zim as an example, we know there's a radio station, there's a radio show that you tune into to listen to dancehall, reggae. We know it, you know, but South Africa doesn't have currently. Yes,
True.
but now
That is true.
because what a radio station does, what a radio show does is introduces new music, and it introduces new artists. It interviews artists, so it showcases the artists and their talent, and it brings the whole genre alive. It gives it a thing to grow. It gives it room to grow. So now we're just having events that still play the same tunes because we're not getting the new tunes. We're not hearing what's the latest track according to, you know, our standard radio, as an example. So now, in 2026, if you had to design a modern reggae show or playlist to introduce new listeners, you know, while satisfying your long-term reggae fans, like, how would you do it? Like, how do we go? How do we do this? What's the best way to do this?
I'll be the one to quickly answer this question.
Yeah.
I've been requesting artists, putting my email address, like, send me your tunes onto this email address. You know, you don't need to be on like on a radio station for you to be playing new tunes. In this time of technology, we have been graced. You know, we've been given the opportunities. You send me your tunes, I just go on Facebook Live, I just drop your tunes. I don't need anything from you. I just need your tunes. You send me your tunes, I download them, I play them. Because your audience as an artist might be different from my audience, the people who tune in to my lives. So I push music. This is a brand new track from Lavaro Duro. This is a brand new track from Zama Sunshine. This is a track from somebody and somebody, right? Go and check them out. If you send me your tunes, I'll push the tunes. So if I don't get the tunes, it's very hard for me. I will go back and stick to the old tunes that I have. So if I'm given the old tunes that I have and the new tunes that I have, I'll be like playing now. Okay, first segment, I'm introducing the new tracks, and the order of the day is the old school segment, or this order of the day, I'm giving you this old school sessions, but I've got this new tracks to play. So if you don't have the tunes from the artist, there's nothing that you can do.
Okay. So you would try to introduce the new artist by mixing it with the old artist, basically. But
Yeah,
you're kind of
like, okay.
separating them, though.
Yeah, like what I do, what I can do, like, okay, last week I played a new track from so and so and so. So I'm starting with this new track from the last. You remember the last time we played Tuli 2's featuring Zama. Their track is called This and This. So just in case you forgot about it, this is the track again. So I'm just gonna drop a few tunes, old tunes that you know, and then we go back to the new tunes that I want to introduce today.
Okay, and then in terms of so the reason I also talked about the radio show, because I wanted to bring it locally, so that it's a local thing. It's not like online way, you know. So in terms of like your local talent versus your international, what percentage are we looking at here on your show? Should there be a certain percentage? Should it be 50-50? Should it be 90-10? What kind of percentages are we looking at for local versus international?
I can
versus
do
old?
If I'm given the new tracks, I can do 80% of introducing new tracks and 20% of old tracks.
Okay.
But if I don't have the tracks, you even try to search them on YouTube, you don't get them.
Okay.
There's nothing that I can do.
Kelvin, if you're listening to a reggae show, what kind of percentages are you looking for in terms of local and international, new and old?
What do you mean international?
As
Why?
in, did you
No,
say
I
why?
mean why?
Why what?
100% local.
100% local.
How?
But now,
What do you
but
mean
now,
how? What do you mean how?
wait,
By
wait.
playing local.
I
Eh,
hear you.
like, what do you mean? What do you mean how?
Look,
Okay,
okay,
can I ask you something?
reggae.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Kelvin, can I ask you
Okay.
something? Can you give me like the latest 10 tracks that you have on local?
Well, that's not the point. That is not the point.
Is it because
I
there's no
actually,
radio show to listen to them?
I actually think that is one of the issues why it's not spreading.
Yeah.
Let me, like let me talk about how I would bring about such a show, right?
Yeah.
In my view, South African reggae music, and let's call it the reggae culture, it needs resuscitation. It needs CPR. And I think the government should be coming in and saying, this is a cultural element of our people that we need to resuscitate. We need to bring back, right?
I would hold you there before you continue. How is Zimbabwe making it without the government intervention? Proceed.
In Zimbabwe,
Sorry.
it's in Zimbabwe, it's working because people already listen to reggae. Whereas South African music, it's predominantly others. That's why I think in Zimbabwe it's worked. The Zimbabwean
now-
industry, I think it's more like reggae in dancehall, particularly now and maybe in the last 15 years. Dancehall has just been at the top, and I think that's why it's worked. Whereas for here, it's like the Zimbabwean system tends to reward the informal music creation space. You could make a beautiful album and get zero things in Zimbabwe. But I think in South Africa, it's the opposite, where the quality productions tend to do a bit better.
So
how
why
would the government help?
That's why I'm saying I don't think we can push reggae music in South Africa independently. That's why I'm like, it's more about pushing the culture. We try to set it up as a cultural show, right? And that becomes an investment from the government into an aspect of culture that's failing to be recognized and that could potentially die. It should be a sort of a more educative show where maybe 50% of that show is music, but then the rest we are just sort of trying to teach the country about the reggae and Rastafari culture. That's the only way I can see it potentially coming back. And why I say that, right, is because the quality of music that we are producing, I don't see it competing to be able to get airplay in the same time with your pianos. But if we have a show that's purely focused on reggae, and there's also the cultural element of it, we can potentially excuse the lack of quality.
Okay. But in terms of the government being involved, the government already is involved in some of the festivals and well, I've only seen mostly festivals, you know?
And
So
I
the
think
government is
that's a
getting
bad
involved.
use of the funds. I think that's a bad use of the funds.
Okay.
I don't know which ones happen in Durban and in Cape Town, but the one that I'm sort of aware of is Catch a Fire, for instance, right? I think it's to me it appears to be catered to a particular crowd, and it's run by particular people, so it only then works for the people that work with those people. I think there's need for a different angle. Again, that's why I think it needs to be resuscitated, because I think it's a culture at risk. It can't be that there's no reggae music playing, right? Whether it's bad, it can't be. Because there is a particular portion of society that needs to be attended to. It's like saying, we can't have Ndebele radio station because maybe there's 2 million Ndebele people. That's not it. The people, because they exist, those people, they have a right of determination. They have a right to be heard. And they have a right to listen to themselves on that platform. I think because of that, we are entitled to airplay. That's what I think that should be happening.
Well, okay, does that mean that we build our own radio stations because we're not getting shows, or don't we have the the talent or what it takes.
You see, I think it's a bit of both, right? Fine, we could
Yeah.
build our own radio station, but we're the only ones that's gonna listen to it. That's why I think it needs to be mainstream. It's like your whatever, your
I hear
5
you.
FMs, whatever. They are obliged to do it. Like remember BEE, right? BEE at some
Yeah.
point, well, companies are obliged to have previously disadvantaged members of society as part of senior management.
Yeah.
That's equity. I think it needs to come from something like that. Like it happened in Zimbabwe where they were like 100% local content or 99% local content. And we were forced to listen to your Sniper Storm and Winky D when they were recording with there used to be those headphones with a mic. That's what they were recording with. And it was trash.
No.
But that industry grew.
You were not there. You were not there that time.
Because of that.
That time we used to use headphones as a microphone.
Yeah, you see, but there was a time when the music was trash, but it got airplay. The government itself funded. You know, there was Pax Africa or something. There were music groups that were funded. Yes, there were music groups that were funded by the government. I think reggae needs something like that, not because we are good, but because it's a dying culture that's not getting recognition.
Kelvin, with I'm sorry to correct you on this one. With the part of Zimbabwe that time, it wasn't strictly for reggae music. It was for local talent.
I agree.
It was for local music.
I agree. No, but that's because also local talent needed a push. It needed resuscitation. There were also politics involved in whatever they were campaigning. But for me, I'm like, I think it needs something like reggae needs something like that because I'll tell you why. Right? We don't get airplay. It means we don't get royalties. And I promise you, in certain stations, if your song gets played, you get 77 or 80 cents. Now imagine if that song gets played 1,000 times, right?
Yeah.
700.
Or maybe, you know what I mean? It builds, and then you have 3 or 4 tracks. It could build up to be 10,000 at the end of the year. That artist now has motivation to go and pay one Lavaro per beat. But now if he's not getting anything, he can't even feed his family. How is he gonna? I think it's like it feeds into each other. If they are making money from their shows, if they are making money from the music that they have done, it becomes an easier discussion to encourage them to invest in the quality of their work. But if they know they're not gonna get anything, they're not gonna wanna invest.
So there's a comment
if we want to rescue music like that, then we need to. I think it needs to come as an initiative like that, not because on merit, because we are failing to get played on merit.
There's a comment that came in through from Shoni. He says, majority of South African reggae artists want to work in isolation, yet lazy to release and promote their own material on the ground.
That's true. I can understand that, but it's also I can understand that, right? But as a musician, it's hard because I think our minds are not wired like that. Like me, I just know how to create. I can make 20 music, but 20 songs. The moment I'm done with them, I don't even know how to release or promote them. I'm done. Like my mind ends there. Right? But if you have a manager, someone else can be like, oh, we do this. But it's very difficult to then get a manager. If you're not getting booked, you're not getting paid. So then that negative cycle feeds into each other. Who wants to manage me to make $0?
At times there are people who just want to engage for the love of the game. Where people want to push your game or your artistry and stuff for no gain at all. And then there's this thing also that I also heard some people saying, artists, instead of them relying only on bookings, they need to channel their energy, find a job that will feed back into their game. I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, you are making sense. I think we're at a point where, because artists are not making money, so one would hope for someone who's got the energy and believes in an artist to say, I'll be your manager or agent, and the money that we make going forward, then we'll split that. I feel like it's, to be asking for money now before we even do anything, and you can see that there's not much happening. But
And then there's a concern from Jad Tebogo.
Yeah.
He's saying even the summer reggae is not televised. We are not taken serious. Why are we not taken serious? Why are we not taken serious? What's
That is
the
a good
reason why
point.
why are we not being taken serious?
Yeah, I think we are not taken serious because to a certain degree it's on merit. Those summers and stuff, those shows, they will give airtime to whoever gets them the most views, most ratings and stuff. But we don't have that, and we don't have a lot of people. That's why if it was like 25% reggae content or even 10%, then the radio shows are forced to do it. We'll get more airplay because it's part of a culture.
Are we supporting enough? Are we showing that support enough? That makes you want to say.
Ourselves, we don't. That's why I think for me, I'm like, we just need the government to have mercy on us.
When you say mercy. ourselves, who and you? You and who?
What do you mean, Larry?
If he says ourselves, who and you and who? Because I need that one to be. I need an answer because I need and I want to be excluded in the we, because I've been asking people, send me your tunes. I've even been sending reminders like I'm still waiting and up to date.
Yeah, unfortunately, Larry, right?
I don't. Unfortunately, I cannot mention a name. One even told me like, just be like others, go and stream.
Yeah, Larry, I want to say something, right? Unfortunately, we are as strong as our weakest link. So that one, that says just go stream. That's our energy. That is the energy that we have. And we are not going in it. That's why I think, Mina, the government just needs to force radio stations to play us. Then if radio stations are forced to play us or they get fined, then they'll be like, oh, hey, send me your songs. You know? That's the only way.
I guess. But now,
That's the only way we can save reggae music. Otherwise...
How do we force government to play us then?
That you boom, totally like the LNTLive, because they are all registered radio station. At least 5% of their airplay must be, let's call it traditional or marginalized genres, our local genres and stuff, including reggae, including your maskandi, whatever. All those dying genres. Then, because they make reports, right? They do reports of whatever they play. Then, to the extent that you are not meeting those quotas or targets, then there's penalties of some sort. That's the only way I see it working.
Okay. Yeah. No. So which artists are you playlisting? All of them. But now
I'm playlisting all of them. Purely just because I just want to save the genre. That, again, I'm going to go back. It's not on merit. We are not making good enough music to be played next to Chris Brown.
Wait, I want to ask about that, about the merit. So you're saying that you're putting an artist that doesn't even care what he's recording, but because he sent you an MP3 next to an artist that went to studio and got the track mastered and mixed, you're not doing any quality checks. You're putting everybody. Isn't that dangerous?
Less than 10% of the reggae that I've heard in Mzansi is not mixed well. It's mixed well. Less than 10%. Less than 10%. Less than 10%. So, well, the thing is, of course, quality checks can be done because it needs to sound well, but it's not going to be in the same level that happens with other genres. We're going to have to lower that threshold for reggae because it's bad. Trust me, it's bad.
Okay, cool. But now, how do you get it to go up if you're not encouraging it to go up, or if you're not?
Some of the producers of the show, when they get the tracks, they will just tweak it up a bit so that at least it sounds decent for radio.
Because I think also the power needs to be given back to the audience. Because I think I'd get a system where, yes, but it's quite tough.
We need to excuse it. Otherwise, the quality, like the tracks that can qualify to be played, are so very few.
So what if that track blows up and it's like...
My sister Bettina blew up, bro, and it's horrible. That's good. There are exceptions.
It has to be reproduced, I think, to meet the standards.
No, look, you know what? As a producer, you know what? I actually believe a well-written song does not need production or mixing and mastering. If it's good, it's good.
Okay, but I hear what you're saying. That as long as we get people to bite,
Yes, exactly. Yes,
we just get people to, yeah.
Just so that boom, like there's something, guys, something.
I hear you.
Even 1%, at least just force them 1%, so at least maybe 10, 20 songs, 20 local reggae songs get played in a week. I'll be very grateful. Because right now, next zero.
True story. But now you were saying that if you had a reggae show, it would be 100% local. Okay. I think that's fair.
Because for me, what I'm trying to do is to just get money in the hands of the creators so they can continue to create. Look, someone like Pep, right? He's been pumping money into reggae for the past however many years. But if we try to check the returns that he got from that, did he get back his money? So what I'm trying to do is just to encourage them to get their money back so that they can continue to just putting it back in. That might rescue the quality.
Okay. And you're gonna so now your Bob Marley your Bob Marley fans you're gonna lose. Yes.
I want to say something. Bob Marley, to a certain degree, already gets airplay elsewhere in South Africa. They get played, right? That international reggae, they get played. What I'm trying to do is resuscitate the local industry. I was about to say, to the extent that money is coming in, another thing would be something that could encourage people is that, if you send me quality stuff, it's going to get played and you're going to get royalties. But if it's below a certain level, then I don't play it. But the platform is there.
True story.
That might create the hunger.
I hear you. Okay, so we should.
But right now, there's nothing to create the. Yeah, right. I think I think it's something worth pitching. Right now, we have nothing like to even encourage anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on radio.
Yeah, like I think there is a niche that we could get.
Yeah, because I feel like that's one of the things that's missing. We are missing that. If we can get
and even if we get it at 2 a.m., I don't care. You know what I mean?
Like a couple of solid radio shows that play on national radio that are on one of the top 5 big radio stations, and then we just get our own little 2 hours of local Mzansi reggae. I think that will help the industry a lot. Where did Larry disappear to? Is it time for us to disappearing also? Yeah, I think that's a solid one. Larry?
Yes, Father. Sorry I disappeared.
Yeah. No worries. We're getting a radio show and we're only playing local reggae and dancehall.
But the thing is, Tulitus, this is the one thing that I'll always emphasize, and I'll say it again and again. You cannot be playing music that you don't have. If you're trying to if you need a track, you have to look for it on YouTube, and then it's not there. It's not on DistroKid. It's not anywhere. It's a song that you know when the artist performs it at a show. You know. So it's a I think it's a three-way street. One, from the producers, you need to encourage your artists when they are done, they should distribute their music out there. And artists, when you ask for your music, please send your music. Our platforms might seem small, but you don't know who's listening. That's my 2 cents. Because every time when I do my sessions on a different platform, which is not this one, I start with some South African reggae music so that people know that we've got this type of music. And then I go to my old school juggling session. But now if I don't have the music, I'll keep on playing and repeating the same artists that I have. And people will be like, we don't play music. And they don't even tune in to those live sessions. They don't even share what we do. That's my 2 cents. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, Larry.
Larry has a right. He
I'm sorry, because you do it. There's a day I did a 2-hour straight session of Mzansi reggae. No artist commented. No artist shared it. And then I'm like, my energy, where is it going?
Yeah, For me, I also have the same things. Like, like you do a whole album for someone, but they don't even share the songs. It killed a lot of my energy because I'm like, if you don't want your stuff to get out there, why am I, you know what I mean, wasting my time?
Kelvin, sorry, I've got a comment here from Prince Sean. He's saying, I tried to introduce 90% local music on our national radios, but locals failed to take up the opportunity in starting to bringing in their talent. The artists failed. They failed the person who was doing it.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's sad.
But yeah.
And then Kosi Queen says, okay, Larity, I think we had this conversation before about artists not sending their music to selectors. And when they finally do, they send it via WhatsApp. Imagine you're sending me a track via WhatsApp. I now need to send you a message again, like, what's the name of that track? But I sent you my email address. I cannot play music from WhatsApp. Send it straight to my email address. I will download the music. Straight I'll play it. Even if I'm on set at a different platform, I'll be like, let me check my emails if there's a track. I can download your track off in like now and play it from my email. But if you send it via WhatsApp now, it's different logistics.
Yeah, this thing of I think, this thing of sending DJs also tracks, it gets tricky. It gets tricky. But we'll talk about it on the next session.
I think we've got another session after this one.
Wait, because I saw 2 posts this past week related to artists sending DJs tracks. So one was from Plago, where he was complaining that he sent DJs tracks, but they don't play them, right? And then the other one was from Levan Music, where they were talking about they sent a track to a DJ, but now when that DJ played it, that DJ got booed. You see? So now it's like, so now
I think people just need to sit back, buckle up. We're coming back with another hour.
Okay, should we close with Fire Ices? Wait,
yes.
Back way. So
yeah, I think we're doing it 2 ways.
Do we? Okay, can we close this section?
Yeah, we're done with this one. With Jeremiah Fire
Can we close it
Ices.
off with Fire Ices? Yes, I.
Oh man, we used to make nice music, man.
Yeah. Whose internet is bugging?
All this weight on my shoulders, baby, in this way I can't make it alone. Baby, cause you and I were meant to be, and it was set in stone. So I wanna make you mine, and I know that. Cause who is just in life, girl, I know that. I might be something better.
South African reggae prince, Jeremiah Fire Ices. Yo, for those that have been chilling with us, thank you for joining us. Thank you for chilling with us.